The BMW Championship is here, the penultimate event on the PGA calendar, and the question becomes, can we afford to play Scottie Scheffler?
What's up, everybody? Ben Rasa here for Stokastic, and this is the PGA Perfect Lineup BMW Championship, the second leg of the FedEx Cup. We are here to build the perfect lineup. We're going to take some golfers off the tools. We're going to take some golfers that we like. We're going to throw them in to the single lineup simulator. We're going to spit out a lineup that we hope is going to make a lot of money. If you're just joining us for the first time, welcome to Stokastic, all things DFS content. We will make you a better player through picks and tools and breakdowns. Sit back, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's dive into our first play in this week's perfect lineup. All right, let's get started with one of the big names. Not the biggest, not Scottie Scheffler, not even Rory McIlroy. I'm going to take a little savings and go with Ludvig, Aberg, my guy, even though he's not really my guy. I like all these guys up top. 10,200. So a couple things here. First of all, if you do start with him, you save a little money, and that helps us with the rest of our lineups. Second of all, more importantly, he's playing good golf. He was 9th last week. The guy can drive the ball with the best in the world. There's no debating that. The rest of the game, it's in pretty good shape. It's been an up and down year for a guy this talented. He's very young. He's going to have his moments. There's no doubt about it. Dealt with a little injuries, but he seems to be firing on all cylinders. One thing that stands out about this layout, you want to be aggressive off the tee. He's aggressive off the tee. Aberg makes a lot of sense for a lot of reasons. He is the first click into the perfect lineup this week. All right, let's get to the second guy in here, and we're going to the mid-range, and we're going with another player who you want to say up and down, more down this year, and that's Sungjae Im. But maybe he's starting to find it at the right time. Better late than never. 27th at Wyndham, 17th last week at St. Jude. And more importantly than the finish, the irons have started to tick up. Not that they're electric, they're neutral, which is a big win. This guy has been one of the worst ball strikers all year, and it's kind of unexplainable. Everything else is solid. Off the tee, reliable. His around the green game is up there with the world's best. He's a timely putter. He has to correct the irons. It seems like he's done that. 8K, mid-range, he fits a lot of different builds. Sungjae Im makes a lot of sense this week. He is the second click in to the perfect lineup. All right, we got to find a cheapie. And again, I mentioned with Aberg, you don't have to reach that much. Now, if you're playing Scheffler, there's certainly guys in the sixes that we might end up getting to. But for me, my last pick, Pendrith. He is sitting in the low 7K range, and there is a lot to like. 7,200. You look at this guy, first of all, off the tee, jumps off the page. That's his best club, and I think that is the most important club when we look at this Caves Valley layout. You need to have distance off the tee. There's no doubt about that. You can be aggressive. You can get away with it. He can do that. He's a good scorer, particularly when he putts, and he has been putting lately. 28th last week at St. Jude. I think this is a much better track for him. And one other thing that stood out, and this is very important, if you look at the top golfers tool and you look at the leverage scores, he is one of the highest leverage plays on the slate. This is a great way and a great tool if you want to see who might stand out against the field. You're trying to be different. We don't have that many golfers to choose from. That is something to keep in mind. Pendrith, that is kind of how I got to him. I was sorting by leverage, and he stood out. A big win and a great click in this week's perfect lineup.
So now we head to the single lineup simulator at stokastic.com to build out the rest of the lineup. We've already been given the goods from Ben. Aberg, Pendrith, Sungjae Im, they're all in the lineup already. We have 8,200 per spot. We need 3 more spots, and the easiest way to fill this out, very simple. You click complete this lineup, and it will give us the 3 most optimal plays to fit in what we have left. And that ends up giving us Xander Schauffele. It ends up giving us Maverick McNeely, one of the highest leverage plays we have this week in the top golfers tool. And it closes us out at 6,600 with Nick Taylor. We've spent all of our salary, but we don't know if the lineup's any good yet, and we'll figure that out by clicking Run Lineup Simulation. And boom, we're in the green. 13% sim ROI, a 0.2% chance to pick up the win, 1.4% chance of a top 10 lineup, not a 10% lineup, a top 10% lineup, and a 26% cash rate. Now, maybe this isn't the direction you want to go. Maybe you want to move stuff around. Maybe you only want 2 of Ben's plays. Maybe you want Scottie Scheffler. You can do all of that in the single lineup simulator. simulator, but at this point, I think we've built a perfect lineup.